everybody, it's your girl Afro Story. I just wanted to show you guys my hairstyle that I'm rocking right now. It is Bantu knots, or Nubian knots as they've also been called. And if y'all saw my earlier hair video, the last hair video I just made was who says natural hair can't grow, when I do a length check and I flat iron my hair for the first time. And in that video I state that my natural hair seems to hate to want to be straightened, and it didn't get any better, y'all, after I wrapped it, after I added more product to it. You know, it didn't get any more better, and I didn't want to keep using heat, so rather than fight against my coiliness wanting to resurrect itself, I just did a Bantu knot style. And this video I think is going to have a theme with transitioning. What did I do with transitioning? Because the Bantu knots was something that I did while I was transitioning. I transitioned for about a full year using either Bantu knots, the curling rod or the perm rod thingy, and kinky twist using Bob Marley extensions. And I still actually use kinky twist as a protective styling, even though I am natural. But those are the three main styles that I used. So there's three things that I wanted to talk about that helped me in my transitioning process. And the first thing has to definitely entail find a style that hides the two textures that you'll be having in your hair. For me, I have very, very, very tightly coiled, kinky, kingly, coily, nappy hair. I don't get offended by the word nappy, so I use nappy to describe the type of texture of my hair. It's very, very coily. It's almost like wool. And imagine that and having to fight through that to get to the permed ends of my hair, or the relaxed ends of your hair. It's definitely a losing battle that you're going to try to do. So protective styling is a great way to hide those two textures. Bantu knots, as you see here, I didn't count, y'all. I may have 10 or 12 on my head, but the Bantu knots are a great way to hide those two textures. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I would say with that. These normally last me for maybe about a week, but if I, for example, it's sort of two styles in one, because you can rock the Bantu knots itself, and I would do that sometimes for about a week, and I could wash my hair just like that, and then the next week I can take my Bantu knots out and rock my style like that. So you can play it up a little bit, you can diversify it a little bit to meet your own needs. The second thing I would encourage y'all to do is put this into y'all mind. Less is more. Alright? And what I mean by that specifically is less heat and less manipulation means more hair retention. Alright? Which will allow your hair to grow out, I think, more expeditiously or in a more healthy manner. I didn't use heat at all during my transition process. I didn't flat iron my hair or use a curling iron or any type of heat appliance to try to hide the two textures, because like I said before earlier in the video I just made about my hair length, too much heat will damage your hair. And out of any time that you can do it, I think the most dangerous time to put heat on your hair is when you're transitioning, because you're fighting with two textures. Your natural hair is very tightly coily. For some of us, we may have looser curl pattern, but you know what I'm saying. It's not, in most cases, bone straight to begin with. And you have these relaxed ends that are very limp, that are very straight, that are in many ways unhealthy because of the chemical alteration that you have there. So they're very brittle and very prone to breakage as well. Ends in general are very prone to breakage because they're very dry. So you have to pay very close attention to that meeting point between those two textures. And if you're doing heat, you're constantly weakening an already weakened hair, which is the relaxed hair, and also you're damaging your new growth that's coming in too. So you want to pay attention to not using too much heat. And then of course the second thing is minimize manipulation. Try to find styles that don't require you to constantly want to pull, yank, tug, curl, bend, braid, all those different things on a daily basis. You want to leave your hair alone. That is the most important thing I can get y'all to understand, is that leaving your hair alone will do more for you in the transition process. So I know some women may have, did styles that they have, ponytails, or, where they have to brush up the hair or whatever. I didn't use brushes at all during my transition process. I used my fingers and my wide tooth comb, and that's something that I still use to this day. I don't really prefer to use brushes to comb through my hair. The only time that I may is if you're trying to like brush your hair down to get a wave, and that's very seldom that I do that. So definitely less is more, and finding styles to hide those two textures. And the third thing that I can definitely stress that worked for me is allow your scalp to breathe. Allowing your scalp to breathe is so super important. Do not try to pile on a whole bunch of product on your hair. A quick rule of thumb is shampoo the scalp, condition the hair, namely the ends. So when I conditioned my hair, I focused on the ends. When I applied product to my hair, I didn't really focus on the scalp. Now, sometimes my scalp is very dry because I have dry skin naturally, and if those of you all that do have, a dry scalp, then you may want to try to, moisturize that scalp. And what I would encourage you to do is find, if you can, all natural based moisturizers that can absorb into the skin very quickly. Extra virgin coconut oil is what I use, and I would use just a light amount to just massage into the scalp to help moisturize it. But as far as piling grease, gel in your scalp, that's a quick, easy way to not let your hair grow out. Alright, you know how we always hear back in the day, you would get like the B&B out, or the different types of grease to part your hair and to grease your scalp. Don't do that. That's a great way to counteract hair retention, by greasing the scalp, because you're piling on stuff onto your hair, and it's clogging up the hair pores. It's clogging up the pores in your hair, preventing your hair from growing. And of course, you want to keep your hair clean by not adding product onto dirty hair. That's also something that's not really helpful for you in the transition process. So I'll be adding on to this list as I see fit, because I'm sure that I probably did other things besides those three things, but those are the three major things I think that really helped me to have a very effective transition process. So I wanted to let you guys know that there's sisters out there that did the big chop. That's an awesome way to go from being a relaxed sister to entering natural hairdom. For me, I wanted to transition, and it's definitely possible to transition your hair. Specifically, if you had longer hair and you didn't want that major adjustment, that major change, transitioning is something that can be effectively done if you do some research on it, and if you have, of course, tender love and care with your hair. Patience is also extremely important. Your hair will grow, but you have to give it time to grow. So all of these quick fixes, hair growth serums that promise that they'll grow your hair very fast, half an inch per month is normally a very healthy rate in which your hair can grow. If they're promising more than that, then they're giving you a false promise. So you want to be wary of these miracle grow type of hair products that are out there. Tender love and care, patience, protective styling, minimizing heat and manipulation, and allowing your hair to breathe are some of the key ways to allow your hair to grow. So these are my Bantu knots. I'm going to show y'all how my finished result looks, and then that'll be about it for this video. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Hey guys, it's your girl Afro Story. I'm back. I just wanted to show you all my finished look of my Bantu knot out. As you can see, it came out really nice. I like to think so. And to maintain it, I'm going to use my hair lotion, and you can look at my earlier video that I created on how I make my hair lotion. It has shea butter as its base and coconut oil. I love those two oils. Also, I'll be using some canola oil and a little bit of peppermint oil for fragrance. So that'll keep my hair hopefully looking nice and springy and coily and shiny. So with that, I will leave y'all. Take care, stay blessed, and remember, within all of us is a story. If you never tell it, you'll never know the woman. So black women, tell your story or no one else will. Peace and many blessings. Bye.